Okay. Morning, Mark.
How we doing, mate?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Get out today.
Yeah, different venue, different day.
New commentator.
Yeah, exactly. Saturday, played Southend, the FA Trophy, unfortunately losing 2-1. Having had time to review the game, do you think it was a game we should have won?
Yeah, definitely won it. I mean, look, we had typical of this year. We had Barry Fuller and Jason both down with illness. So plans changed last minute, but we're in great form, and the boys gave a great account of themselves. We could have been, it'd be fair to say, we could have been sort of 3-0 up after 20 minutes even. Alfie carried on his great form with a really good solo goal. Briggs goes just over. 5 minutes later, Nicky Wheeler. No, we played some great stuff, and the Southend keeper got man of the match.
Yeah, he played well, didn't he?
Yeah, played really well. Debutant, standard stuff. I'm starting to realise these trends. These debutants, more of them end up man of the match than not. So,
what was the reason for Bobby Joe taking the penalty, having missed a couple recently?
Well, I just think he wanted it, and I should have. I said at the end, I wish I'd have assigned Alfie to it. My mistake, I didn't. He's in great form. Jason had just gone on the field, and he was,
Is that the sort of thing that's agreed before the game, or do you?
Yeah, ordinarily, yeah. But it was an oversight because and but Bobby wanted it, and
that's what you want from a penalty taker.
He picked it up. But I always say to these penalty takers, you can't be a penalty taker unless you go both ways. And I remember back in the day, you'd have like your shearers and that, and they'd go, Fight and Rooney, 5 that way, 2 the other way. So the other keeper always knew they'd go the other way sometimes, and I think the lad had it all written down in his water bottle. So he probably said to his mate, right, what number's he? Number 3, right, he goes this way, and he went the right way and saved it. And but listen, Bobby Joe stepped up. That situation didn't win or lose the game for me. Southend's first shot was their penalty that went over.
Yeah.
Their second shot was their goal, and they were limited really in their chances. But there's no solace in that. We were the better side on the day. I think that's clear. But we didn't get the win, and I think at this level of football, that might be the case. Boxing Day at Dulwich as well on the 29th, 28th, 29th, 28th.
Yeah.
At this level of football, if you don't take your chances and you don't stop others taking theirs, you can be beaten. But all in all, Southend fans that turned out really appreciative. Our fans that turned up really appreciative. And now our mindset really is back in the Welling and Oxford games, and really thinking about how we've progressed in the last 3-4 weeks. We're in a much better place.
Do you think, having played 4 National League teams, I think it is now, and only lost to Fylde before Saturday, do you think the current squad could compete at National League level on a regular basis? Yeah,
I think so. I think that's the case for quite a few teams in the south. But like anything, there's probably about 8 to 9 teams that in the south would have a good go against any team in the sort of bottom half of the one above, and I think that's the way it would be. But there'll be a glut of teams in the National League, your Chesterfields, your Stockports, your Halifaxes and the Notts counties that possibly you might have a go on a one-off, but playing that sort of team week in, week out, you need to strengthen. But we always give a good account of ourselves, and we play some great football at Southend, and another day of the week it could have been a much different scoreline.
Cool, okay. Looking ahead to Boxing Day, Havant and Waterlooville, ticket sales look really good. It looks like another 1,000+ crowd, which is really at the level that we want to be.
Good.
What do you think Havant are going to bring to the game?
Well, I mean, they've got great setup. They're passionate about winning as a club. They put a lot of effort into what they do, so I really respect them. They're always, doing initiatives, adding buildings or structures, and they Doz is a great guy, and wants to win. And as a club, they're pretty much relentless in their pursuit of success. They've not had probably as good a start to the season as they would have liked by their standards. I think their records similar to ours.
Yeah, they're just ahead of us on goal difference, aren't they? So,
but that's been the league this year. They've got great individuals. I think the individuals they've got are forming into a team now. That takes a while, because we are only 16, 17 games in, and there's still 2/3 to play almost. So it is, still early days. So I think it's going to be, it's a great seasonal fixture. I think that the two clubs are both clubs that want to contend this year, so it makes it more interesting for the neutral and for both fans of the clubs. I think they'll both be close games. We're coming into this period in good form, in my opinion. We've got no defenders fit, but I just feel like we're in much better form than what we were.
Good, cool. I see Crawley and Sutton's home games or games Boxing Day are cancelled. It'd be good to welcome some of their fans down to Meadowbank, wouldn't it? Yeah,
definitely. We tend to get a lot of their fans already, and they enjoy coming back. I've had a few people on the phone already. That'd be great, and I'm sure we will get that as well. But a bit of Boxing Day football to some people is, the equivalent of going around the in-laws. You can't do without your Boxing Day fix.
It's a drug, isn't it? Exactly. So after Sunday, we've then got Dulwich away. Their crowds are amazing. They last 3 games. They've had over 3,000 a game. What difference does it make for the players when we do take fans away? Because our away crowd's growing every week, isn't it?
It makes a massive difference. I mean, it's a big advantage, home advantage that for Dulwich. That's a lot of people. I mean, that's borderline double what was at Southend last week. I mean, that's on what I think seems like a bit of a tight ground when you're there. So, ironically, we've been in Dulwich's division. I think this is our 4th year, maybe 5th, and we've never played at Champion Hill. So we're looking forward to that. Great.
Didn't we start one game? It lasted 5 minutes or something. That was a 2-team, wasn't it?
Yeah, when the rug was pulled in the rain. But so it's good. We've got players with a lot of experience, so who've played in front of decent crowds before. But definite home advantage. And Dulwich are having a great season. And Junior and Gavin, they've got 2 of the more likeable managers by a long way in this league, as well as talented. So. Yeah, looking forward to it, to be fair.
So, how many over the 3 games, Christmas and New Year? What's the target for points? 9 obviously would be great, but what would Mark White be happy with?
Yeah, dream ticket, wouldn't it? I think you'd be happy. You'd be over the moon with 7. If you come out with 6, you wouldn't cry about it. I think if anyone, I think that's the way you've got to look at it. If anyone in that top 8 took 9 points, they'll probably find themselves top. That's
so close, isn't it?
That's probably the fact of the matter. There's a lot of Dartford, Ebbsfleet, some cracking Maidstone, Tunbridge, some cracking seasonal ties, and this time of year, everything goes out the window. You're playing 3-4 games, so you're sort of playing. We've been playing pretty much 1 league game a week. You're playing a month's worth of football in the best part of 10-12 days. So it's we're training tonight and. I'm saying to the boys, look, forget Christmas. This is our time. We really need to be super focused. This is a month's worth of football here in a sort of 12-day period. So we need to be really switched on.
Okay. You mentioned just now about no defenders, and obviously every weekly interview refers to injuries.
Yeah.
It feels like we're coming out the other side. How's it looking at the moment?
Yeah, I mean we've got Ed Harris and Sammy. They'll be back sometime over Christmas. But Dan Gallagher is doing a phenomenal job there.
Yeah, absolutely.
A really good job there, and his teammates are loving him there as well. So,
what about Foggy? How's he doing?
Yeah, Fogden's he's near.
Excellent.
Near. He's. I think we'll see him make a reappearance over Christmas, which is the most incredible comeback you'd ever see. Done his own self rehab. We'll see Fuller back. We'll see. I'm trying to think who won't be back. Luke Moore's nursing the knee, so we've got to be careful with that one. But Kane Wills is back. So
brilliant.
Yeah, Pryor's back. So yeah, they're all. Jimmy Mewett's back. Played at Southend, done a little bit. So they're all knocking around it. We're probably not where we're going to be in 5 weeks, but they're all knocking about the sort of fitness side. So it's going to be a really good 2-3 games, and I want us to be really switched on for that Boxing Day. I think we get a win Boxing Day. I really feel like that gives us a massive incentive because I think the table looks a lot different.
Yeah.
And we want it to look different.
That kind of brings me on to the next question, slightly unusual one. So you're a Dorking Wanderers player. What's your instructions from Mark White about what you can do over Christmas?
Fuck all.
Yep.
Yeah,
can they go large on the roast potatoes?
No. Well, they can, but just they won't be playing. So that'll be the conversation tonight, really. Which is, look, if you want to have a bottle of beer, extra roast potato, no problem. But just let me know now because you're not going to play.
Has anybody ever turned up for a Boxing Day game?
Well, back in the day, yeah. Jesus Christ. Look, the fact of the matter is, you are playing teams with like elite mentality and players of an elite mentality. If I look at Foggy, who plays for us, obviously, as an example, you know, if that boy's playing on Boxing Day, I guarantee you, his day before is the epitome of professional. So I think you know, I know there's certain individuals, and I'll tell them tonight, and I'll have a quiet word. Do you know what I mean? I don't think there's no one out there, I don't think, gonna be having bloody 4, 5, 6 bottles of beer. But this is our time. A month's worth of football in 10 to 12 days. This is our time to be bloody good. So I'm going to get them all on that bandwagon, literally.
Brilliant, good. Finally, Mark, message for the supporters. I'm sure you're really appreciative of everything they've done this year.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just been phenomenal. And to yourself, Alan, and all the committee, all the volunteers. You know, the club's very fortunate, you know what I mean, to have people like you, the committee, the volunteers, and the supporters have been amazing. You know, they chucked all their and sponsors. They chucked all their season ticket money back in the pot. You know,
yeah, that was an incredible gesture.
You know, and then I mean, to a man, all of them. And it's a good few hundred that said, "Listen, have it, and I'll pay again, and I'll donate extra money." We're not that type of club that goes on the sort of, you know, the offensive in terms of raising money, but our fans have been incredible. And that's why we strive to keep giving them something to cheer about, and you know, so no, really appreciative, and the home crowds are just getting better and better as well, and we're packing out the bank, and you know, it is about that now. I think our home record is possibly the best in the league.
Yep, it is. Yeah.
So that's the impact these crowds start having on them, you know. So no, really appreciative.
Good stuff. Thank you, Mark.
Cheers, mate.
On behalf of everybody, have a good Christmas.
Have a good,
and we'll see you Boxing Day.
See you there.